What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have myself, Alpha Dog Bets, here with JD from Line Movers, and you get just the two of us today, baby. We're excited. Everyone can throw the song on. I'm not going to sing it, but if JD wants to break it down, he's more than welcome to. But it's a good day here. You get a little two-man game between me and JD, and we have a beautiful four-game slate we're going to be diving into today. JD, how are you today, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good. I'll tell you what, it is actually a very rainy day here.
Same.
But me and the wife, we are going out of town actually next week. So today we are having a Thanksgiving here.
Nice.
So we have some friends coming over. And so today after the show, I have a very busy day because I have to cook a bunch of stuff. So,
Hey, myself and all the audience is wondering when you're going to ship us some of the food because we all like to eat as well. I hope you guys enjoy. Sounds like a fun day over there. So over to the comments, we have Joe, who's here early today. Joe, you've been showing up a little later the last couple of days. Welcome back to right when this show starts. What's up, brother? Over to J-Bo, who's here every show as well. We appreciate you tuning in. Nick Castrucci asking if could anybody describe what WTD means. Good morning, bro. That means week to date for anybody who does not know. Diamond Dog, we do have a little two-man pick and roll today. Got the Knicks hat on. We may be talking about the Knicks, so we will be going over that too. And Joe has renewed the Discord, baby. He's back. He's here. Everyone be like Joe. Get in the Discord. And shout out Josh who's here. Got to know, JD, what is your favorite Thanksgiving side dish? There's only one right answer here, so I expect you to have the right one.
you know, if we're going side dish, has to be a green bean casserole.
What?
It has to be, man. Yes.
There's no way you went with green bean.
Yes, I absolutely love it, man.
Well, guys, you all know about JD's taste buds now. Nobody trusts anything he has to say because everybody knows the only acceptable answer to that is cornbread stuffing. Not the stuffing with all the crap in it. Cornbread, stovetop stuffing. No crap in it. Just give me the stuffing. Put a little gravy on that. It's the best side by far. Oh, here we go.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh.
What in the world is wrong with both of you?
Why? What do we do?
The only acceptable answers to this question are mac and cheese or mashed potatoes, period.
I mean, people seem to think that JD's wrong here. We're getting a lot of green bean. JD, you are wrong. Straight up, it's a vegetable.
You've both lost your mind. Okay, that's all. Sorry, had to appear for that. Bye.
All right. We appreciate the producer coming to yell at us for that, but the correct answer is still only going to be stuffing. I will accept mac and cheese, but we're not 7 years old. Stuffing's like mac and cheese for adults on Thanksgiving, and that's all it really is. But JD, we're getting pretty off track today, brother. Let's dive into the things that we do on this show, and let's go over the recap from yesterday. How did you do on Tuesday?
Tuesday was pretty good. It was, as far as college basketball goes, it was our first bad day. And actually being this far in to have our first bad day, that's actually pretty good. But the NBA, I swept there. The NHL, I swept there. So everything was still pretty good. So, on the show, show best bets. I don't know what that is.
None of us want that. None of us want that. We'll put that up there quickly.
Best bets on the show. Had who was it? Gardner Webb. Had actually them. They covered that from that was an easy one. And then that Florida game, that was a weird game.
It was.
They were nowhere close to that. It was just weird. Just Florida knew they were gonna beat them bad, and they just kind of like half-assed like the whole game. So
yep. There we go. I went 1-1 on my best bets. The Celtics absolutely killed me. They were up by 20 plus in the third quarter. They took their foot off the gas. It got close late, and they only did win by 3. So that was my loss of the day. I had the Nuggets as well in best bets, who won the game outright by double digits. So that was good there. So a 50-50 day for me on best bets. But now it is time we get into today's slate. You ready to dive in, JD?
Let's do it.
First one we're getting into is going to be the Ohio versus Toledo college football game. The Ohio Bobcats are coming in 7-3. They're 5-1 in conference. On the other side, the Toledo Rockets are coming in 7-3. They're 4-2 in conference. JD, what do you think about the Ohio-Toledo matchup tonight?
Sorry, just getting that tweeted out here.
There we go. I'm doing the same.
All right, Toledo and the Ohio game. All right, guys. To me, this is a actual weather game. The weather tonight is not going to be good. Well, looking at it currently, it looks like the rain is going to stop. before kickoff. But the winds are still going to be high. It's looking at 20 to 30 with gusts up to looks like 45. So as we all know, passing the ball in this game is going to be tough.
Yep.
And one of these teams, they like to throw the ball, and the other team likes to run the ball. And as far as the Bobcats go, yeah, they absolutely run the ball great. They don't just run the ball; they actually do it great. So tonight, I think this sets up for them extremely well because they can also actually fend the run very well. So actually, this actually Rockets pass game, it's going to be tough. They really can't run well. And as far as the model goes, I actually have Ohio favored by 1. And as far as weather, that's just with nothing about that. So then when you add the weather in, I think they should definitely be the actual favorite here. I gave them out on the money line actually last night at plus 110. See that's moved a little bit now.
Yeah.
Looks like you can still get plus 100 now. And yeah, I absolutely love that.
Some good value there. If I were to go on the side, I would definitely agree with you, but I'm going to be taking the under here. You kind of put it perfectly. I do think these teams are going to try and run the ball. You take a look at recent performances as well. Both these teams have seen relatively low-scoring games in good weather, and then you break down how these offenses are, how the quarterbacks are, how the running backs are. And the thing that stands out to me the most is the Ohio Bobcats quarterback is a terrible quarterback. I hate to say that, but he only has 7 touchdowns on the year to 8 interceptions. They have not been able to move the ball via the air. When you take a look at how many passing yards they have per game, it is not great. This game, I think, is going to be a run game, especially with the weather, and that's why the total is a little bit low. It's currently at a 45.5, but that's exactly what I am playing. Give me the under there. Not one of my best bets, but it's definitely a play that I will be playing tonight. Side note, I did just get a private message from the one and only Footy Chancellor with a picture of German cucumber salad, Thanksgiving, whatever the hell side dish it is. And let me tell you something. Thank goodness that dish is not in America. Thank goodness. That looks appalling. We will never eat that in this country. So, Footy, give us better suggestions going forward. But that's going to do it with the college football game that we're doing today. We have 3 NBA games we're going to be breaking down, and we're going to dive into the first one right here, which is going to be the 76ers taking on the Grizzlies. What is going on with this 76ers team, JD? We all heard the story about how Joel Embiid has been coming tardy to practices and team meetings, and he was held accountable in a team meeting by Tyrese Maxey. So in front of the entire team, Tyrese Maxey called out Joel Embiid for being tardy. Interesting approach there. That may be something you want to have a private conversation with, the best guy they've had in Philly in a long time, in Embiid. Don't know if you really want to call him out in a public setting like that. But JD, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, just actually like you just said there. I mean, they've won 2 games?
2-11. They're 1-6 on the road.
Yeah, they're obviously having a rough start. But yeah, calling out publicly your best player, that's definitely not a good look. I think that's just tough actually for the team. To me, as far as trying to bet on the game, that just tells me I just don't want anything to do with them until this is a team when they're playing like they are now. This is one of those teams where no matter how much value you may see on them and the actual line, I just cannot back them until they get it going. And with that said, that's kind of like this spot here to night. This is a clear 76er spot, but there's no way I can back them here.
Yep.
There's actually just actually no way. I mean, as far as against the spread, the Phillies are 2-8. They're actually last 10. The Grizzlies on the other side are all the way on the other end. They're actually 8-2. They're actually last 10. But I mean, they're still banged up. And they also played last night.
Yep.
So like I said, this is just a clear 76er spot, but I just can't do it there.
I have a way we can fade both these teams, actually, JD. So we can go into my bet here, which is the under 222.5. I don't see this Philly offense getting it rolling. They've really struggled this year to score in bunches. You take a look at their most recent games. They lost in Miami. They gave up 106 points, and they scored 89. So they're scoring under 90. The game before that, they scored 86. 2 games before that, they scored 99. So they're sitting under 100 in 3 of their last 4 games. They haven't really cracked 100 in a big way either. The game that they cracked 100, they scored 106 against Cleveland. And the game before that, they scored 107 against Charlotte, but it did go to overtime. So they're not seeing a lot of points in regulation. They're not seeing a lot of points in their games. And when you take a look at the injury report for the Grizzlies, it's pretty lengthy. No Ja Morant yet again. No Zach Edey yet again. No Cam Spencer yet again. No Kyle Lowry for the 76ers tonight. And Tyrese Maxey may return, but I don't think he does. We have to wait on that news. The line kind of indicates he will, so don't hold me to that. I just don't see him going. Even if he does, first game off a long layoff, it's usually not your best performance. Give me the under 222.5. It is definitely one of my favorite plays of the night. Also, we wanted to go over the comments today. As you guys know, it's the pick and roll game. It's the 2-man game. It's just me and JD. Any questions you guys have, props, games, anything you guys have, drop them in the comments. Just don't put your favorite German cucumber salad in the comments. We will not be doing that one yet again. Joe, great comment here. Memphis got embarrassed yesterday. You may take them live. I don't blame you on that as well. I do like to take teams nights after they do get embarrassed. But when they're so injury-ridden, they're so depleted, it does make it difficult to really back a team like the Grizzlies right now when they don't have Ja Morant, when they don't have Zach Edey. Those are big-time players for them and guys that they really need this year. So this early in the season, I don't like that they have to rely so heavily on the bench unit. JD, let's keep it moving, brother. We're absolutely flying today, and the next game that we have is going to be the Pacers versus the Rockets. In this game, the Pacers are coming in 6-8. They're 2-6 on the road. They have been terrible on the road, taking on the surprising Rockets, who are 10-5 on the year and 6-2 at home. JD, let's take a look at the injury report here. Indiana has a ton of game time decisions. Johnny Furphy, Miles Turner, Ben Shepherd. On the officially out designation is Aaron Nesmith and Andrew Nembhard. So they are pretty banged up. 5 guys who are normal rotation guys may not be playing tonight. On the other side, 2 game time decisions. One of them pretty important. Jalen Green is a game time decision for the Rockets, as well as Cam Whitmore. All that being said, JD, ESPN BPI is giving the Rockets a 70% chance to win this game. What do you like?
All that being said, this is a Pacers game. So let's go see what the chat has to say. All right.
Chat's saying they're shocked you said green beans, by the way, okay, still. That's what chat's saying.
Hang on. I didn't say green beans. I said green bean casserole.
And what's in the casserole?
I was just about to say, so is actually that just a Southern thing? It actually may be.
Probably.
But no, there's a bunch of other stuff in there, and it's topped, and then you bake it, and no, it's really good, y'all. It's
really
definitely.
Good. Oh, really good.
Really good. But no, seriously, this is actually a Pacers game. And I told y'all last week that I was not going to be betting them. So seriously, chat. Do actually y'all have anything to say here?
Yeah, do you guys have? I have a play. It's not going to be on my best bets, but it is a play I'm officially playing, and it is going to be the over. I do think we're going to see a lot of points in this one. Unlike the game we just talked about in the 76ers game, I do think we see points in this game. These teams do put up some high totals. You take a look at the Rockets. Last game they played was a low total, but it was on a back-to-back. The game before was a 143-107 win. On the other side, the Pacers just played a 130-119 game. Game before that, 119-110. Game before that, 124-111. So the Pacers play no defense. They're the same team they were last year, but they're a run-and-gun team that tries to outpace you all game long. They want more possessions. They want to push the pace, and that's what they do. So I do think we will see points in this game, and we will see – oh, Joe! You're stealing the words right out of my mouth, brother. Joe agrees with me as well. He likes the over because of the pace, and they both score in the paint. That's exactly what I was alluding to. I really do think that is the right play here. Footy is back. Green beans and hot dogs is not a casserole. That was funny. I will give you credit. But yeah, JD, no official play for you in this game. Do you like any props? Have you taken a look at the props market in this game? I know it's a little difficult because there's so many guys in the injury report, but one prop I have been seeing a lot of people taking has been Sengun. Sengun has been a beast this year for Houston. A lot of people have been taking his points and rebounds combined. I'm trying to see if I can get his combo points and rebounds stat here, but it doesn't look like I can with just points and rebounds. Just kidding. 32.5. What do you think about Sengun over 32.5? Especially with Miles Turner banged up, especially with the Pacers having a limited center room. They're not great with their bigs. What do you think about that?
That's what I was just about to say. With actually Turner banged up, that wouldn't be bad. If I would definitely do points and rebounds and do not do the PRA line. If your book does not have the points plus the rebounds, I'll probably go with just the points prop here.
Yep, I would like that as well.
But no, seriously, it's sorry to cut you off there, but as far as my notes here, it literally says over or pass, and that's literally all I wrote. So
there we go. So I like that we're on the same page there. Yeah. I like the over myself. Like I said, it's not going to be an official best bet for me, but I do like the over there. And we have one more game to break down, JD. Guys, it's only 2:17. We're going too fast. If you want a longer show, give us some comments. Let us help you out. Drop them in there. We are here for you guys, but we're going to be going on to the last game of the day, which is the game everybody wants to talk about. You see it on the head. You see it in the show all the time. We have the New York Knicks, who are coming in 8-6 on the year. They're 3-4 on the road, taking on the Phoenix Suns, who are 9-6 on the year and 5-2 at home. We're gonna have to do what I always do. Excuse me, and go to the injury report. The Knicks will not have Deuce McBride tonight. Precious Achiuwa, Kevin McCullough, who we've never seen, and Mitchell Robinson, who never plays. But on the other side, the Suns are pretty banged up as well. No Bradley Beal, no Kevin Durant, no Colin Gillespie, and Yusuf Nurkic is yet again a true game-time decision. JD, this is the first meeting between these two teams this year. The game is going to be in Phoenix, so it's a late tip-off. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, as far as this week, I've actually started doing something a little bit different. And, as far as the actual, NBA slate goes, I've tried to narrow it down to one play. Unless something that unless multiple things really stick out, I've tried to narrow it down to one play. And as far as totals goes, there's what I've been doing. And I gave this out to clients last night. I actually played the over here. That was at 220. Looks like it's at 224.5 now. I have this game at actually 227. So still slight value there, but not quite where it actually was. As we all know, as far as the Suns team, I keep saying it, they are an over team. I just believe that they're going to keep playing as an over team. On the season 2 of the over, I believe they're 9-6 now, which is nothing crazy. But yeah, I just think they are. When the Knicks played last, I believe it was on Monday. That actually was my one play, and I actually played that game over. I believe they played Washington.
Yes,
and that game flew over. There was a ton of points in actually that game.
Yeah.
And tonight, I just thought that total was just too low, because the Knicks are not quite as much of an over team as the Suns, but I still have them currently as an over team. So for me, it was just a simple play, and then actually the numbers just actually said yes to it. Being at that, is it still at 224.5?
224.5 for the over?
Yes.
224.5, yes, sir.
Yeah, at that number, like I said, technically there is still some actually value there. There's going to be up to you if you actually want to actually play that one. But yeah, that's really all I would do here. To the side, I would just have to lean Knicks. But actually, that's not going to be my play though.
You guys heard it. JD said it's the biggest Knicks play in the universe tonight. I'm just kidding. You did hear what he said there. But for me, at least, I am on this Knicks team. And before everyone goes in the comments and says, oh my gosh, he's in the Knicks hat. We hear him talk about the Knicks all the time. This is only the second time I've backed the Knicks this year. We did win the first game. We did back them. I'm not a big backer of my teams because I am biased, but in this specific spot, and Joe kind of put it perfectly as well, the Knicks are leaving their starters in for over 40 minutes right now. They have a limited bench without Deuce McBride, who's been their best player off the bench all season. They still don't have Precious Achiuwa. So all their kind of big-name guys they need off the bench are not going to be there. These are the type of games that Tom Thibodeau leaves his starters in there for way too long. And it frustrates me as a fan, and it's risking them getting injured and risking later in the year what happens to them. But I do think this is a type of game the Knicks come out. They play their starters for a full load. We're also going to see Mikal Bridges face his old team in the Suns. He knows a lot of those guys as well. The Knicks should win this game by double digits, and I'm pretty confident. I'll let it out early. This is definitely a best bet from me. Over to the comments. J-Bo, what do you mean by that? What do you guys think about movie minus 2.5? I think that's he meant a different word. So if you can let us know which one you mean, we're happy to address that. Footy is saying he thought the Portland Trailblazers were from Portland, Maine for a longer period of time than I care to admit. That's embarrassing, but it's okay. We will forgive you there. There it is. What do we think about the Magic at minus 2.5? JD, I'll kick it over to you.
That was a tough game because the Magic are on a roll now. I forgot how many games they've covered in a row.
I haven't. 5.
Yeah, but it's been quite a few. They are playing well. This is that point where we've talked about though, where they become a little actually valued now.
Yep.
With that being said, though, that's the only side I could back here, though.
What do you think about the total? This is such an underplay for me. We didn't talk about this game, but this is an official bet for me. I'll let that out now. I am on the under in this game. And when you take a look at how the Magic specifically have played in their last couple games, 109-99 game to Phoenix, so a 208 total, 98-86 game, 94-90 game. So the last 3 games have been very low. And on the other side, the Clippers are coming in off a 102-99 game with the Warriors. They had a bit of a higher scoring game against Utah, but everybody scores points against Utah. This one to me screams under at 205.5. It's a very low total. It's a very low total. That's why it is at 205.5. But a lot of times you see the lowest total of the day go under. A lot of times you see the highest total of the day go over. I know it's scary because it's at a 205.5, but I definitely love the under in this spot.
And I'm pulling it up right now. I have it at 204, which is kind of a little surprisingly low for me, but no. So yeah, as far as the under there would actually be how I would have to lean.
I love that. I love that. Well, JD, that's going to finish up our breakdown. You guys all know we have a couple things we still do on this show. And JD, this is a good moment here. Let's bring this up here. I think it is a good day. Our producer's letting us know as well that if anybody does want to be a guest on this show, if you want to come on, take your shot, give out some winners, and talk about some games with me and JD. I promise we're nice guys and we'll be very nice. Shoot JD a message on Line Movers account. You can message the MoneyBall Metrics account as well. We would love to have some of you guys on here. We want to make this the most interactive show that is on the internet. We want to make you guys fully a part of the show as well. And we want to have some people on here to talk some shop, go over how we do some analysis, and have you guys on. So like I said, if anybody wants to be a guest of the show, shoot JD on the Line Movers account a message or shoot the MoneyBall Metrics account a message. We'd love to get on here and chat some sports with you. Nick, great point here before we get into the best bets and the other things we do. The answer is the beautiful gentleman next to me, because this guy is on a 3-clock win streak. That's right. And Footy, we would love to have you on as well on any Bayern Munich non-game days. Any day they are not playing, we would love to have you on. But guys, we have a special presentation today from someone you've already seen today. Mrs. LM has made a little video for us. So everybody tune in, starting it now.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Miss Line Movers here. I just wanted to come in today and tell you about our sales for the rest of the week. Alpha normally does a fantastic job at this, but because we have a lot going on, I wanted to be the one to tell you about it. So yesterday we did a sale for just our Discord members and it went over great. So we decided to extend it until 4 o'clock today. Go ahead and get into our Discord and message Line Movers for that sale. Today's sale is going to be pinned at the top of our Twitter, and it's going to be 4 months of the MoneyBall Metrics All Access for $70. Tomorrow, we're going to do a hoodie release, and I am so excited. I can't wait to show it to you guys. And then Friday, we're doing something a little different. We're going to offer a new service, and we can't wait to tell you all about it, and we really hope that you love it. Well, that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Best Bets is my favorite part, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Fantastic. Oh, I think my mic was still muted. Fantastic job by Mrs. LM breaking down the sales. So I know you guys want to join the Discord. Get in there. We've had people commenting in the chat today. They just renewed and are having a great time. So get in the Discord, have some fun with us, and let's all win together. JD, there's still one more thing we got to take care of on this show.
Yep.
There is still one more thing. And you know what that is? Let's get into our best bets. It's weird being in just a 2-man game. I can't kick it off to anyone else but you and I. So I'm going to take it from here. My first best bet, guys, shocking, I know, is going to be the New York Knicks minus the 5. I went over the reasons why, but I really do think the Knicks are going to have a big performance tonight. They're on the road, but that's not going to stop them. It's only 5 points. They should be fine, and that's exactly what we are playing there. Give me 1 second here, and the last play that I'm on is going to be the under in the 76ers Grizzlies. Just trying to get the exact line. 225.5 is the current line. So under 225.5 and the Knicks minus 5 are going to be my best bets for the day. JD, Do you have one? Do you have two? How many you got for the people today?
Gonna go with one today. Gonna go to a college football play, and we're gonna play the Ohio Bobcats.
There we go.
We're actually gonna play them on the money line. Looks like you can still get a plus 105 at actually some spots now. So that's definitely good. I actually like that all the way to like a minus 115. So definitely lots of value there.
Love that.
Yeah, and for tonight I have a bunch of plays. But yeah, as far as the show, there's going to be it today.
One best bet today. So everybody get your phones out. Take a screenshot. It looks nice with just our two of them. Great job by our producer in the back. But JD is on Ohio money line. I'm on the Knicks -5 and the Grizzlies 76ers under. This one I don't have to leave up for a long time. You guys can see it. Get your phones out. We appreciate you. JD, it's going to do it for today's show. We broke down the games. We only had 4 today, but we did a little 2-man game, and it's always a blast coming on here. The comments, you guys were fantastic as always. Thank you for making this the best, most interactive show. We even have to thank Footy, which is very hard to do, but we appreciate you for coming in here, Footy. And great video by Mrs. LM, and having her drop in on the show was fantastic. JD, any closing words before we get out of here? Any words of encouragement for the people out there?
Today was just a 2-man show for us. It was only a 4-game slate. So the fact that we were able to make this actually like almost a half-hour show, I'm very proud of that.
Me too.
So today is just like every other day, guys. Let's just get out there and fucking win.
Let's fucking win, JD. I hope you enjoy your Friendsgiving, early Thanksgiving, whatever you want to call it. Just please do us a favor and eat a little stuffing and put that green bean crap to the side. We appreciate every single one of you. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, same place. Peace.